7 Saturdays ago, every USL League One team started with a 0 in the loss column, but only one unbeaten team remains, Union Omaha. Still undefeated in the franchise's inaugural season and looking to keep it that way as they host an FC Tucson squad out for revenge that they beat just 3 weeks ago. From Warner Park in Omaha, Nebraska, Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. Very happy to have you with us on this Saturday evening. And as I mentioned, it was just 3 short weeks ago that these teams met out in the desert. Union Omaha took that game 2-1. Early in the first half, it was all Tucson, but Omaha weathered the storm, caught a break here on this bounce. Luke Hausworth gets the goal and gave them the lead 3 minutes into the second half. Then another fortunate bounce falls right to the eventual goal scorer, Ethan Vanacore-Decker, and he puts it away to give them a 2-0 lead. Tucson would pull one back late in the second half on this goal from Eric Vergen, but it would be the 2-1 victory for Omaha, contributing to their currently still undefeated record. But it's a Tucson squad that is very different from the one they saw at the beginning of this month. They opened things up offensively big time this past week. 4 goals against Orlando City B in a 4-1 victory. Jack Adams had a goal. Azad Liati had 2 of them, and they were off to the races. All 4 goals came in the first half. Look to see if they could continue that offensive hot streak here tonight at Werner Park. It's a game that has been circled on both teams' calendars for a couple of weeks. Greenville lost their unbeaten status already here in Week 7. Will Union Omaha suffer the same fate against an FC Tucson side out for revenge? We'll find out together after this break right here on ESPN+. Union Omaha, FC Tucson. The USL League One action continues on this loaded Saturday.
I'm actually the first person in my whole entire family, teenagers, adults, kids, grandparents, that's gotten my bachelor's degree. It was 16 hours to Missouri, and then we picked up my dad and my brother, and then it was another 5 hours here. I didn't get a walk for high school. Everyone else gets that opportunity, so when it came to this, I was like, I don't care how far it is away.
There is more to explore in the Blackstone District.
Hey fans, we would like to thank these awesome restaurants here in the Omaha Metro for providing team meals to our players during the 2020 season. 1912 Benson Brewery, Early Bird Brunch, El Chicano, Epoca Cantina, Chick-fil-A Bellevue, Raising Cane's, and the Corner Kick. We appreciate your support and the team meals during our 2020 season. Tonight, we would like to welcome our Centris Federal Credit Union Ball Kids. If you would like to enter your child to be a ball kid, please visit unionomaha.com/community. Back here at Werner Park, we take a quick look at the standings here in USL League One. Richmond and Greenville currently playing right now. Richmond has a 2-1 lead at the moment late in the second half against Greenville. If that result were to hold, Richmond would go to 13 points, meaning that Omaha can't vault into second place tonight. We'll keep you updated on that game because if Richmond comes away with 1 point or no points, Omaha has a chance tonight to get into second place, and Tucson as well. A chance to tie Omaha and Tormenta with a victory tonight. Just shows how close things are in USL League One. Jay Mims, head coach of Union Omaha, very happy to still have this team undefeated through the first month of their inaugural season. 20th season as a soccer coach for him, going back to his days in the college ranks as an assistant and now to his pro time. And this is the team he runs out there tonight. Brought to you by Rotella Italian Bakery. It's his side with a lot of familiar faces. And up top, Elma Enfor gets to start tonight. He hasn't featured prominently as a starter, always coming in off the bench, but always a spark plug up top, a chance to provide a goal at any time for an Omaha side looking to improve their goal-scoring output to match the great defense they've been playing. On the flip side, For FC Tucson, they rely tonight on Azad Liati, the reigning USL League One Player of the Week. Scored 2 goals this past week against Orlando City B. That earned him that spot. And tonight, he gets the start once again for a Tucson side that goes with the exact same starting lineup they trotted out there 11 days ago. Hey, if it worked and you got a 4-1 victory, why change a thing? Also brought to you by Rotella Italian Bakery. Alarcon, Liati, Adams, all really peppered that back line of OCB last week. Speed to burn up top between Liati and Adams. The United Soccer League, all 12 League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Please join us for a 15-second moment of silence as we are all united against racism.
We thank you.
Poignant display of unity here at Werner Park. And these teams are just about set now to begin the action. The first half last time when these teams met in early August, that was very open. Jay Mims remarked that there could have been 6 goals in that first half. There ultimately were none, but he felt there could have been 6. They ultimately go on to win the game 2-1, all goals coming in the second half. But Azad Liati and this FC Tucson side in all white tonight, going from right to left against Omaha and the All Blacks going from left to right. Tucson looking for that revenge. They gave up 3 points at their home park, looking to steal 3 points back on the road.
Ready?
Underway at Werner Park. Immediately, Tyler David tries to go long for the Owls. It's a game that takes on a very different identity and makeup here on the pitch at Werner Park. The minimum requirement size. The game plays fast at all times. Will look much different than the previous meeting between these two teams at the beginning of the month on the much bigger pitch at FC Tucson's home stadium. Pitch was watered pregame as well. So on that last long ball, you saw that long hop, long skip. It's playing very quickly and it's small. They'll go, go, go. And right now, it's Conway going to the end line. And he earns Omaha an early corner. Jay Mims stressed the importance of set pieces. Whether it's a long throw, corner kick, free kick, and they classify penalty kicks in-house as set pieces as well. They want to convert them all. And their first one of the night comes a minute, 15 seconds in. Corner kick brought to you by CHI Health. And it'll be Ethan Vandercourt Decker to service. Whipped in low, David flicks it on. Still alive, but out now for a goal kick. look now at the Young Chiropractic injury report. All clean for Omaha. Magana Rivera, Beek, and Valenzuela, the three listed for FC Tucson. Hoping to get those guys back in the short term. But for now, they deal without them. The starting lineup, that was the same from 11 days ago. In this shortened season, not often that you get a team that has 11 days of rest. That is what Tucson comes in on today. You see just a quick end-to-end action on this pitch at Werner. Supporters all out there on the berm. And just tried to get it into Adams. And for a cheeky little play. Over to Boyce. And N4 pressures him to keep it as it throw deep in their own defensive third. John Gallus, head coach FC Tucson, very happy with the way his team performed against Orlando City B. Felt they picked their moments to play direct, go over the top, and use the speed of Liotti and Adams. A team that's identity is possession-based and moving the ball around the back, building up. But when they have their chances to go forward with one long ball, they take it because they've got speed you can't teach up top. And Adams and Liotti. That throw seen out for a goal kick. John Gallus, in our call this week, was curious to see how the smaller pitch would affect the team's ability to use their speed up top. On one hand, it's favorable in terms of playing the long balls over the top because everything's so condensed. You got a chance to make those runs. On the other hand, there's not much space to run onto. So easier to send the long balls, harder to play them into space to use that speed because there isn't much space. And so far, just end-to-end action nonstop at Warner Park. It's Omaha's turn to attack. From their first 5 games, 2 wins, 3 draws. They had to deal with some road trips, but now 4 of the next 5 at home for Omaha. Jay Mims, happy of course to have this team undefeated in general, but even happier when he looks at that schedule and sees all their opportunities to take points at home coming up. Touch on the ball for Sam Howard, goalkeeper tonight. Rashid Nuhu suspended, picked up a red card against North Texas last week. Conway dispossessed, hard tackle put in by Boyce. Somersault patrolling the defensive midfield tonight for FC Tucson. Boyce back into the lineup after not starting against North Texas. 23-year-old St. Louis, Missouri. That clearance turns into a pass, takes a deflection. Shows you how quickly defense can turn into offense on this field. And after the deflection, it'll be corner number 2 for Omaha, brought to you by CHI Health. Contreras to service from the near side. With Vanacore Decker providing the corners from the opposite side. Vanacore Decker had an assist off a corner kick last week against North Texas. JP Skier's not in the starting lineup tonight. Headed that one home in the 75th. Contreras sends it in, headed away for the moment. Alarcon looking to get it further clear, and he does. Villader right back into the mixer, towards goal. Narancio able to corral it. Very late whistle.
Good ball, Tommy.
Nice touch by Silva. Tight quarters down there on that wing. Did well to get by his man, and now Eli Velton draws the foul. 24-year-old Brazilian. been loaned 4 times from his local team in Brazil.
Back 7.
First time that he's been loaned into the United States. They go quickly to Liati, taken down by Osumanu cleanly. Now for a goal kick. Take another look at the Thrive fantasy replay. A lot of contact there, going both ways. Nice to see Kalen Radosov, the man in charge tonight. Just let that one go.
Not so high, dummy. Back, dummy. Back, dummy. Yep, good, Elma. Good, Elma.
And 4 looking to use his speed. Booth has none of it.
One guy out, Luke.
Howard mishits that one.
Come on, Simmons. Evan, connected, Evan, connected.
Chance for Silva to push up and get this into play in the attacking third.
Yep, come on, Evan. Come on, Evan.
Beautiful ball out wide. Alarcon. He's working with Calvo, and now they're forced to go back.
Come on, Luke.
And Cord Decker, the takeaway. Threads it through, and 4 flag goes up. Great vision there by Vanacore Decker to find Elma N4. Four goals, 3 assists for N4 last year with Lansing. 18 appearances in the inaugural USL League One season. Always dangerous for goalkeepers on any passes back as well. Not a lot of time to get rid of it.
Hey, good line, Elo, Jake, good. He was off. Good job. Get the ball, T. Get the ball. Keep on going. Keep going. Luke, go with you. Hey.
Tyler David also the week off last week. Back into the starting lineup today.
Right shoulder, left.
Contreras waited and then tried to play quickly, but Radosov was already over there. Slow things down and mark off the 10 yards. Ball sent in, headed away by Loeb. Kept forward by Contreras, sends another ball in, headed away again by Loeb. Osumanu tries to keep it alive. Boyce sends in a hard challenge, clean, but can't save it. Last off of Boyce will be a goal kick. All ball. Seemed to be last off Boyce as well. Silva on the ground, but up now after that look at the Thrive fantasy replay. Carlos Marancio, the 21-year-old, set to get it back into play. See, Tucson discovered him by accident. Marancio's father has been living in Tucson for work. Carlos previously living in Mexico, his native country. But during a break, he came to visit his dad, needed to get some local training in. Went over to Tucson Sports Complex, and the coaches discovered him. Got some work in, they found him. Happy to have him now as their starting goalkeeper. He met Darren Sawatsky actually last year as the head coach of this Tucson side. Brought him in for an official tryout, loved what they saw. And now it's Marancio's job in net. Flip of the heels from Ellie Velton. Takes down Boyce.
Move, Tyler. Get it, Tyler.
That ball a little bit off kilter. Kroll trying to find Contreras on the near side.
Turn. Good. Love it. There it is. Come on.
Enfort chips pass into space as Vanacore Decker shrieking into the box. Enfort picks up his head. Backside, flick back. Looks to be Calvo tracking back to that one. Nifty little flick. Keep that one out of harm's way. Contreras will try now. David takes the wrong angle of that one. Tucson on the break. Long up to Liotti. Off his line confidently is Sam Howard. First real look at a long ball into space for Tucson, the speed they have up top. Jay Mims confident in the presence that Howard brings into goal. Believes that he and Rashid Nuhu, different characters, different personalities, but still have their own valuable presences in goal. Confident goalkeepers. What he likes to see. Howard from Tacoma Park, Maryland. Again, gets to start tonight because Rashid Nuhu picked up the red card, 50th minute against North Texas. David wins possession. Conway stumbles over the ball. Alarcon waits for help. Plays off to Calvo. In through to Dennis. Fronted by Kroll.
6, Tyler, 60. Up, Tyler.
Switch of field. Silva in some space. Has a couple of options going forward. Finds one. Liotti. Ellie Velton deflected. At least it looked like it took a deflection. But Omaha comes away with the goal kick. Velton in that midfield role for Tucson, likes to get forward when he can, never afraid to have a go for goal. It's been one of their most confident when it comes to shooting from distance.
Higher, Elo, higher. Turn.
This Tucson side scored its first 4 goals of the season, all in the final 10 minutes of play, spread out over their first 4 games. Then they exploded for the 4 all in the first half against Orlando City B in that victory last week. And 4 tries to turn. Boyce comes in, back post. Boyce opens the scoring this evening. Almost seemed like a miscommunication between Enfort and Boyce. But Boyce came in confidently outside of the boot, curls it past Marancio. And the Owls fly out to a quick start. Another look at this one on the Thrive Fantasy replay. Boyce just came in and poked that one. Enfort was waiting for it to come down. Boyce comes in. Marancio can't believe it. Goal number 1 on the season for Devin Boyce. Scoring has been very balanced throughout this Omaha side. No one player really sticking out as the go-to goal scorer. Skiers, Conway, Hausworth, Contreras all have 1. Vanacore Decker has 2. And Now Boyce also gets one himself. Smoke billowing up from the supporters section. Omaha continues to give these home fans something to cheer about. Still undefeated, the only remaining unbeaten team. Now an early lead, the first quarter hour here at Warner Park. Do they have more in store? And for. Cheeky flick on the David. Nobody shows, he's forced to go back. Picks his head up, chips one, back post. Boyce is there again. Silva will nod it along. Out for a corner kick. Sebastian Contreras trots out for the CHI Health corner kick. Currently still 2-1 Richmond. Important regarding Omaha's ability to move up in the standings tonight. Now looking for a second goal. Flicked on off the post. Friendly fire back there. Defender tried to head it away, ended up heading it onto his goal frame. And Tucson fortunate not to be down 2 right now. Another look at the Thrive Fantasy replay. Right at the near post. Flicked on by Eli Velton. Off the post, nothing that Marancio would have been able to do about that one. Conway draws the foul. Jay Mims said there really wasn't a ton to take away from the first meeting with Tucson. More to take away from watching Tucson's recent games since that first meeting, because they've tweaked some things in the way they play. And whenever they've picked up on, so far it's gotten them out to the early lead. He was proud of the resilience they showed against North Texas after being down, scoring a late goal to tie. Now the roles reversed. They go up early. Contreras delivers. Into the box, going down is N4. Whistle was blown. Look at Tommy Silva, 18-year-old local product. He's committed to UCLA, but certain conferences not beginning their seasons. Tucson will be happy to keep him in the fold for longer. It's something that John Gallus, head coach, talked about possibly becoming a theme around USL League One over the next couple of weeks. A lot of college players have deals with teams. They come, train, get some work in, and then go off to their colleges in a typical year. In the world of COVID, not necessarily the case. Some teams will still lose some players. New England Revolution 2 just lost Karu Fujiwara, beginning his year at Harvard. But on the flip side, Silva stays in the fold for Tucson. Omaha, 2 wins in the 2 games in which they've scored first. I was ready to say unbeaten when scoring first, but unbeaten in general still, 2-0-3. Tucson, on the other hand, all too familiar with conceding first. It's happened in 4 of their games this season, of which they've lost 3. And in danger of giving up another. Anacor Decker in the box, left-footed shot, this one saved by Marancio. And their come-from-behind victory that they do have on the season comes with maybe a slight asterisk next to it. Came against the then 9-men Fort Lauderdale side after 2 red cards in that one. One more look at that chance for Anacor Decker on the Thrive Fantasy replay. Now to John Gallus's point from our conversation about that game, it's not their fault that Fort Lauderdale went down 2 men. They just capitalized. But that is the game that they came back in. A chance though to come back now. Eli Velton, the turnover. Nobody there to help him though, as he lost the foot race on the back line. Only 2 teams have actually won after conceding first this season. It was that Tucson game against Fort Lauderdale. The other last week when Tormenta came back to win on the road against Chattanooga. Penalty kick in the 79th. Lightning bolt from Luca Meyer in the 82nd got them that victory. So it has not been a theme around the league. 2-21-7 this season our teams in USL League One when conceding the opening goal. So an uphill battle now for Tucson, but as you've seen through the first 21 minutes and 50 seconds, anything can happen on this field. End-to-end action. And just like that, Tucson looking to spring the attack through Silva. Leotti taken down hard by Contreras, and that's going to set up a free kick here for Tucson. Dangerous area to whip in a free kick. Kalen Radisov has seen a handful of fouls in the early going, but has been reluctant to go to the pocket. Still no card shown. Another look at the Thrive Fantasy replay. Contreras was faked out as he tried to put the left foot in, and then once the cutback happened, all he could do was take the player down.
Guys, huh? Who's supposed to be at the ball? Marking Sebas! Hey, Ethan!
Large gathering of white jerseys, backside of the box. Delivery from Ellie Velton. Headed on frame. Howard secure. First attempt on target for Tucson. Howard up to the task. Omaha crowd singing the praises of Sam Howard. Mauricio had to hurry. Mentioned it earlier that goalkeepers don't have much time when they're on the ball. It's like the side view mirrors on your car. Objects closer than they appear. They get up on you quick right here on this field. Oshimanu clipped from behind. Leotti the guilty party. Oshimanu missing his best friend these last couple of games. He and Rashid Nuhu, best friends and roommates. Last week it was Nuhu who started, Oshimanu who got the day off, and now today Oshimanu starting. No Nuhu though, due to the suspension. Perhaps they'll be reunited at last next week. David goes long to Hausworth. Can't keep it in. Again, the double-edged sword of this short field at Warner Park. Opportunity to send those long balls in, because players can get in behind the defense, but not much space to keep it in bounds. So try them at your own peril. Beautiful flick on by Adams, almost able to use his speed to get past Hausworth. But the defender holds strong. David directing traffic. Manacor Decker, nice turn, end line. Now to get a cross in. Chested down very calmly by Charlie Dennis and cleared. Tucson has had trouble with conceding in the first half. Of their 8 conceded this year, 5 have now come in the first half. Boyce settles. And Decker surveying his options. Uses Hausworth. Sent in. Headed away. Something on here for Tucson. Alarcon. Ellie Velton. Wanted to go to Leotti. Deflected on top of the netting. Howard. An awkward read on that one after the deflection. As I mentioned earlier, Ellie Velton never afraid to pull up from distance. David gets a deflection.
Devin, 20! Devin!
Now a corner kick incoming for Tucson. After that look at the Thrive Fantasy replay.
There you go.
Ellie Velton earned it with the shot. Now he takes the corner. Back post. Not sure if that was last off Leotti or Kroll. And it's a goal kick. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com.
There we go!
This time, challenge from David. Calvo was going right when David started the tackle. Calvo pulled up. David caught all body, and he is the first person in Kalen Radosav's book tonight.
Yellow card shown to Union.
And it seemed like David might have actually gotten the worst of that tackle in the end. Take another look at that one on the Thrive Fantasy replay. Late cut back by Calvo, and at that point mid-slide, nothing David could have done. N4 picks his head up, picks out the ball. Vanacore Decker. But Marancio off his line. Almost goes too far out of the box. Full time in Richmond. Kickers 2, Greenville 1. For the previously unbeaten Greenville Triumph, I've lost twice this week, midweek against New England and today against Richmond. That means that Omaha cannot overtake Richmond for second place tonight, as the Kickers will go clear to 13 points. Omaha through 2 victories, 3 draws. Came in with 9. But the last couple of results have meant that Greenville not able to go further away from the pack and not necessarily running away with first place as they once appeared to be. So what happens when you have 3 games in 8 days. Things can change very quickly in the standings. Shot here by Dennis. Only threaten the supporters.
Just chill. I'm saying here, defensively. Hey, you're going here and here and here. Just sit.
Sam Howard spent the last 2 seasons with Fresno FC. Made 2 Open Cup appearances. Before that, 68 appearances in the Swedish second division. We had a record of 48, 15, and 5, so well-traveled, experienced backup goalkeeper in tonight for Rashid Nuhu. Contreras in space, trying to find Conway, but 50-50 ball taken by Tucson. And 4 pressures. Marancio just boots it. Both coaches this week talked about the importance of 50-50 balls on this field. All it takes is 1 quick pass and you're already in the attack. So get to every 50-50 ball, make the most of your set pieces. And you've got a recipe for success at Warner Park. Conway onto it, sends it back post. Vanacore Decker continues his run. Silva has it clear for the CHI Health corner coming up for Omaha. It'll be their 4th of the evening. Their last one nearly resulted in their 2nd goal of the match. I believe Elton headed it, tried to head it away at the near post, headed it on target, hit the post. It nearly cost them. Hydration break likely to follow soon after this corner. Omaha hoping to send it into the hydration break off their 2nd goal of the match. Delivery from Contreras. It's headed up by Load, taken down by Boyce. Now back out to Contreras for another chance at a delivery. On his right foot, pawed away by Marancio. Contreras will do it again on the CHI Health corner kick. Sent in low and away again. But Another chance for Contreras. Back post this time. Players there, but so is Marancio to make the grab.
You gotta work for him. Tommy, ball, Tommy. Go ahead. Tommy. Lion. Get over, Sebas.
Cone going to open up. Dennis finds Silva. Interchange with Hilly Velton. Adams turns, faces goal, takes a shot. 1-1 at Warner Park. Jack Adams got on the score sheet last week. Does so again. And we're knotted up. Mentioned before that Omaha, with their corner opportunities, would want to send it into the hydration break with another goal of their own. Game flipped on its head, now 1-1. And it appears as if they will take that hydration break now. Another look at that goal on the Thrive Fantasy replay. Adams picked up his head, curled it beautifully. Past the defender, past the diving Howard, who was unhappy with the way his defense closed out, or rather didn't close out on that one. Perhaps no hydration break quite yet. Jumped the gun a little bit there, but coming soon. Usually don't try to take it any later than the half-hour mark. Tucson scored all 4 of its goals in the first half in that win against Orlando City B, again after not scoring the first half at all in the 4 prior games. Didn't seem like there was any contact there. Omaha just continues to press forward. Conway chips it, back post. Vanacore Decker, the volley. Had an opportunity to take the lead right back. Velton went down as if he took a stray elbow to the face. Might have gotten hit with a pinky on the Thrive Fantasy replay.
TJ, is this not mandated? It says discretion. I thought it was mandated.
Is it not? No water?
Is it not mandated?
Okay.
I think I recognize Jay Mims' voice down there on the sideline calling for the hydration break. A bit confused as well as to why it hasn't happened just quite yet. But they continue play for now. Conway dribbles it out. And as if on cue, Kalen Radosov calls for that hydration break. And we now stand at 1-1. Boyce opened the scoring. Adams tied it up. Take this time during the hydration break to talk to you about the watch parties for both sides. For FC Tucson, no fans allowed at their home matches, so they're doing the watch parties for their home games. Nice little drive-in, beverages there, socially distant, all protocols followed. But having a good time out there in the desert to watch the Men in Black whenever they play their home matches. Next weekend, they've got a hot dog eating contest as they welcome the Richmond Kickers. Get their Joey Chestnut on, 7:30 local time, 10:30 Eastern time. Visit fctucson.com/tickets for the info on that. And then on the flip side, for Omaha, the opposite. They do their watch parties for the away games, as you can already see. The fans there for the home games. This last one was at Epoca Cantina. Fans got out there in the open air. Big screen, doesn't get much better than that to watch their team on the road. Visit unionomaha.com for more details. Their next road match that would have a viewing party comes on Friday, September 11th, as they travel to South Georgia Tormenta FC. Again, in a bit of a home stretch for them now, 4 out of their next 5, but you can catch that one on September 11th in their watch party. Now, no watch parties today that we know of, with Omaha being home and Tucson being on the road. But their fans, wherever they're watching from, be it at Warner Park, be it on their couches out there in Tucson, were treated to a very exciting first 35 minutes. End-to-end action here at Warner Park. Both teams netting a goal. very fun to watch soccer at this field. Beautiful minor league ballpark. Omaha Storm Chasers converts over to a soccer pitch as well. Retractable pitcher's mound. Something that hasn't really had to been utilized with the minor league baseball season canceled, but a very cool feature at this park. Jay Mims happy to be here. Really close to the community. Fans have embraced this team very early on, and they've had plenty to cheer about as the team remains undefeated. 2 wins, 3 ties. Tucson, on the other hand, it's been all or nothing for them. 2 wins, 3 losses. No splitting of points with any team. Last time on the home pitch for Omaha was a 1-1 draw against Forward Madison. Same score line now, courtesy of Shaq Adams' goal. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Union Omaha and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus get reminders on their next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. And Decker in space. Picks his head up, has options. Takes it himself. Not quite out wide enough to Hausworth. And now quickly the other way for Tucson. Adams in space. Running into the other goal scorer, being Boyce. Right idea there from Liotti, but not the right touch. And now a heavy touch on the tackle from Boyce. Bound to have bodies clashing. Not much room. It's been physical early on. Still just the 1 card issued by Tyler David. With this one dead on center of the field. Not a great angle to send in any sort of cross. You wonder if one of these players over the ball might just be ambitious and try to hit a knuckler right at goal. Ellie Velton, Alarcon stand over it. It's Alarcon, he does go for goal, but always rising up into the berm and the supporter section.
Ball's in, Shaq, here we go.
Boyce again involved in some contact with Ellie Velton.
Hey, what you see, what you see? What you see? Every play now. Every play.
Through to Dennis. Sends it towards that back post, but Osumanu there to clear out for a corner kick. Charlie Dennis from England. Spent last season with Tormenta, 27 games played, 25 starts. 3 goals, 4 assists. Second most chances in the league, always a threat. Sets up the corner. Ellie Velton, end line. He gets the cross in. Ball still loose. Elma N4 able to clear. Just got rid of this one. Dump it, chase it, reset. Long balls galore. N4 takes a dangerous spill, and he is down. Radisov stops it now. Omaha wants to go quickly, but Radisov will stop it to go back and look at N4. Over the top there, and a hard spill. He went over the back of Summersall. It's a dangerous undercut there from Summersall. Hope that N4 is all right. Omaha tried to go quickly on the free kick, but wise of Radisov to stop it and have N4 taken care of. 24-year-old emigrated to the U.S. in 2003 after winning the Diversity Visa Lottery, established under the Immigration Act of 1990. Began his career in pro soccer. Began last year with Lansing Ignite, and now here in Omaha. Walking off under his own power. Good sign. To an ovation from the crowd. Smile on that face. Always happy Elma N4, and it's good to see that smile back after taking that spill. He's going to run right to the midfield line and get ready to check in the first opportunity he gets.
Evan, take your time. Set it up.
Tommy, you can take this. You want to set us up?
Contreras will go over, get it set. Try to send in a good ball to the back post. Top of the box, knotted down by Conway. Liader calmly touches it with Liadi on his tail. Possession close, 53-47 in favor of Tucson. 7 shots, 2 on target for Tucson, 5, 2 on target for Omaha. 5 total shots, that is, 2 on target. Adams, little through ball, backside. Flag goes up on Alarcon. As we trickle towards halftime. Boyce opened the scoring, 16th minute. Adams tied it up, 33rd minute. And for the assist for the Boyce goal, Elie Velton the assist for the Adams goal. Both nice curling shots to the back post. Both goalkeepers were just fingertips away, tantalizingly close to making the save, but not quite. Side netting found. 1 up on the board for both sides. Summersall bides his time. Pressure from behind by Vanacore Decker. Now Tucson's forced to go back. Trying to settle into their more possession-based game when they can, but always tougher on this field to do so. Dennis wanted the through ball from Alarcon.
Hey, Azad, come off.
Silva wants it on the near side. If Summersall can make the switch, and he can. Looking forward.
Marking Tyler.
Ball knocked out, last touch by Tucson. 4 minutes of stoppage time, which is brought to you by Dvorak Law Group. We saw Omaha concede right before the hydration break. Be careful not to let their guard down again with another break looming, this being a halftime break this time. Silva goes long, but Adams had to hold up out of fear of being offside. Houseworth not touching it, thinking that Adams would still be offside. No call. Possession just given away. Can Tucson capitalize? Silva. Elie Velton. Dennis chips along to Silva. Contreras out there. Very bunched up in that corner. N4 trying to get it into some space. Wins possession back at least for Omaha. Vanacore Decker goes down. No call. Niall Logue defends. 25-year-old Irish captain of this side. Boyce gets it to N4. He's taken down. Now it's going to set up a free kick for Omaha. A few moments before the half.
That's got to be you to help them see what you can do on the ball, yeah?
Thought Radisov might have been going to the pocket there. It seemed like he was doing that typical thing you'll see referees do, kind of counting up the fouls. The player who just committed the foul. Usually followed by a yellow card for persistent infringement, but this time again just a talking to. The only card still belongs to Tyler David. Contreras stands over this. Instead, it's Vandercourt Decker, only into the wall. Contreras sends it across, but Marancio is there. Flag up for offside. After being USL League One Player of the Week this past week and scoring 2 goals, haven't heard a ton from Liotti. He can strike at any moment. So can Vandercourt Decker. He's into the box. Hausworth across. Nobody home for Omaha. And for a bad giveaway all the way at the back. Liotti latched onto it. Hausworth towards goal. Boyce into the box. And N4 tries to gather. Back to goal. He's forced to lay it off. Viader comes in. Takes a shoulder from Alarcon. Under a minute remaining of stoppage time. Adams in space if he could bring it down, but he cannot. Omaha rushes here. They could probably have one more rush up the field. But they don't seem to be in any hurry at all. Luke Hausworth bides his time. Glance at the watch from Radisov. Takes about 10 yards and then throws it in. N4 fighting for it. And as he fights for it, the halftime whistle blows at Warner Park. An exciting first half. Jack Adams, the goal scorer for Tucson. He tied things up in the 33rd after Devin Boyce got Omaha on the board in the 16th minute. 7 shots for Tucson, 6 for Omaha, 2 on target per side. And the scoreline reads 1-1 as we head into halftime. Supporters lively, game lively. Boyce got it going with that outside of the boot curler, and then Adams had a curler to the 4 post of his own. We're back in a few moments with the halftime show right here on ESPN+. Union Omaha 1, FC Tucson 1, thanks to this beautiful curling shot from Shaq Adams. Halftime continues here at Werner Park, and while Union Omaha gets into the home stretch, they will have a new face to help them out, and it's a local favorite as well. Let's learn more about him.
Within that time span from about 1990 to 2010, easily the most decorated, best athlete that we had at South High School. The only South soccer player who's in the Omaha South Packer Greats Hall of Fame, the result of his accomplishments in 2010 as being the state captain. Hard-nosed, get up in your face, he's not going to back down from anybody, and he's definitely not going to let the members of his team back down as well.
When you recruit a player into any organization, and in particular when we were recruiting Brian, we recruited the man and not the talent. He has the 4 core principles that I think that every good player needs to have to be successful. An amazing positive attitude about everything, huge competitive spirit, unrivaled work ethic, and he wants to help other people become better as well.
Brian and Manny are 2 completely different players. They're different people, different backgrounds, but there's a common theme between both of them. They're both from Omaha. For the kids out there that are playing right now at prep, at South, high school soccer, club soccer, youth soccer, whatever it is, I think they're 2 great examples to be able to look at.
USL League One announced a postponement of Sunday's match between North Texas and Madison, scheduled to take place in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Forward Madison put out a statement Thursday. It reads, in part, "In light of the painful events occurring in our home state and around the nation, this decision was made in collaboration with our players and black supporters group, the Featherstone Flamingos, in putting the spotlight entirely on the fight against racial injustice and systemic oppression. Last Sunday, we watched the appalling video of a black man in Wisconsin, Jacob Blake, shot 7 times in the back by a police officer. We have said that Black Lives Matter. Our players have protested during games. When there is still no change, we must do more. That's why we are postponing Sunday's game to shift attention away from sports and towards the fight against systemic discrimination towards black Americans. We demand that our state and national leaders take action to address these inequalities, and we encourage our fans to responsibly and peacefully pressure their elected officials for change." North Texas also put out a statement. North Texas SC respects and supports Forward Madison's decision to postpone Sunday's match. We join them in pausing to reflect on the events and racial injustice affecting our communities across the country.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Fire. Looks to goal, shoots it! Unbelievable!
Lante will run under this on the volley, pushed aside by Brady.
Morel. And it back over, floats down, Pilato! Oh, what a strike! Cutting inside, Gudiri. Lays it off, Sosa top of the box, fires, and a diving stop by Jay.
With the speed down the right wing, the 16-year-old crosses. Nobody home, Waldeck sends it back in. Dealt with again. Cerrillo from distance, in the back of the net. Up the wing. Hernandez first action. Has Hernandez charging into the box with Beatty. Beatty, the shot, saved by Hara. Oh, what a debut that would have been. Joe Malfa back here with you on ESPN Plus. Look now around the USL League One with some news and notes, and playing for second, a heavy emphasis on that question mark now. Thought that Greenville might be running away with it, but now just 3 points clear of Richmond after Richmond got the big victory tonight. But things still bunched up the rest of the way. 3rd through 11th. That's from Omaha down to Orlando, separated by just 4 points. And you can see the USL League One final on Halloween that these teams are playing for. Excuse me, you could hear it on Sirius XM Radio, channel 157, after that new deal was just signed. And your player of the week, who you're watching right now, is Azad Liati. Had 2 goals last week and a 4-goal overall performance for Tucson. The rest of the team of the week that joined him, including Ricky Lopez-Espin, currently tied for the Golden Boot race, and Liati's teammate, Shaq Adams, who has the goal here tonight. These players have been leading their sides to the first 6 weeks of the USL League One season. And look at the scoreboard from this past week. You see those 2 losses for Greenville. After going undefeated through the first few weeks, they falter twice. Chattanooga, an emphatic victory over New England Revolution 2 today, while OCB and South Georgia Tormenta FC tied. Take a look now at the upcoming schedule in USL League One. Another big week upcoming. Every week I feel like we're saying now is a big week, but look at this 6-pack right here. Starts on Thursday, OCB in North Texas. And then a loaded weekend once more. You get 2 on Friday, you get 2 on Saturday, and it ends at Warner Park again on Sunday. Union Omaha, Orlando City B. We'll take a look at the highlights and stats from the first half coming up in a few moments, still right here on ESPN Plus. Stay with us.
At Centris Federal Credit Union, our members have trusted us with their finances since 1934, from checking and savings accounts to mortgage and auto loans. We're helping members build savings, borrow wisely, and tackle life's adventures. This is who we are now and who we've always been. And with an easy-to-use mobile banking app and access to over 80,000 surcharge-free ATMs, staying connected to accounts has never been better. Learn more at centrisfcu.org.
Very fun first half at Warner Park in Omaha, Nebraska. Union Omaha 1, FC Tucson 1. Joe Malfa still here with you on ESPN Plus. We take a look at the first half highlights brought to you by Bellevue University. how we got here. It started in very exciting fashion, end-to-end action. It stayed that way for pretty much the whole half. Back and forth, headers in the box, shots, blocked shots, deflections, just end-to-end action in the early stages. And then the first goal. Breaks the ice. Devin Boyce, first goal of the season. First career goal as a pro for Union Omaha. Curls it back post outside of the boot past Marancio. Pumped up. Very happy to have the fans here. This Union Omaha squad nearly double the lead moments later on that corner kick. Friendly fire. Ellie Velton's flick on, hit the post. And a long ball in the box from Tucson. Howard makes his first save and his first start in place of Rashid Nuhu on suspension today from the red card last week. Ellie Velton, never afraid to shoot from distance. Sometimes good things happen. Gets a deflection, almost in, but not quite. This one, though, is in. Shaq Adams curls it back post, finger to the mouth to silence the crowd, and silent it was as Tucson tied things up at 1 apiece. Adams has scored now in 2 straight games as this FC Tucson attack has come to life of late. Stats brought to you by Bellevue University. Almost identical. Everything except the possession, which, unless you get 50-50, can't be identical. 7 shots, 2 on target for both sides, a goal apiece, right down the middle. This game deserves to be a tie where we are right now, and it is. And we've got 45 minutes more to decide it. Players out on the field, ready to begin the second half. Omaha looking to remain undefeated. 2 wins, 3 draws, no losses in their young history. FC Tucson, as I mentioned in the first half, it's been all or nothing. 2 wins, 3 losses, no draws. And a win for Omaha will go a long way towards getting them towards those top 2 spots, the all-important top 2 spots. A little bit unhappy from them to see Richmond get the victory over Greenville today. Means that Omaha can't take second place tonight, with Richmond now 4 points clear, 13 for Richmond, 9 for Omaha. Tucson more towards the middle of the table. A win would tie them with Omaha at 9 points apiece. And again, looking for the revenge from the loss they suffered at the hands of Omaha just a couple of weeks ago. We do have 1 substitution to bring you from Omaha. J.P. Skiers checks in for Tyler David. Underway, second half, Warner Park. FC Tucson, all whites, going from left to right. Omaha, all blacks from right to left. Charlie Dennis took that one off the face. Might have gotten him in the eye. Rubbing that right eye of his. J.P. Skiers comes in. He was the opening goal scorer for Omaha last week. The header off the corner kick by Ethan Manicore-Decker, who got the second goal in that 2-2 draw against North Texas. Mid-air goes back. Liotti, the pressure on Kroll. Almost onto it, and good footwork by Howard to get that one away from Liotti. I don't mean to keep beating the drum on this one, but every time it's gone back to the goalkeeper tonight, it's been an adventure. On the shortened pitch here at Warner Park, those forwards get onto you quickly, and you have to be very careful as a goalkeeper. Flag goes up on Liotti. Didn't hear from him a ton in the first half. More of the attack came through Alarcon and Shaq Adams on the wings than Liotti centrally. Poised to strike any moment, coming off a 2-goal performance 11 days ago. Again, in this shortened season, rare for a team to be off for that long, but Tucson takes advantage. John Gallus, head coach, is really happy with the break. Gave the guys a rest, gave him a chance to finally have a normal stretch of practice and training to work on themselves, improve some things that needed fine-tuning. But on their back heel right now, Conway into the box. 2 white jerseys around him, gets it in front, Marancio grabs it. Marancio has been very active. Only 2 saves he's had to make. But he's had to deal with a lot of those crosses in. Confidently coming off his line on the ground in the air to grab them. Preventing the opportunities before they even happen. Long throw from Boyce, hoping to find Conway, but taken calmly by Charlie Booth. Nice job by Alarcon to let that one run up the sideline. Good interchange with Leotti. Contact, Leotti continues. Can't get the ball across, blocked by Osumanu. Second opportunity. But cleared away by Hausworth. His clearance into the path of Vanacore Decker. In on goal, poked away at the end by Lowe. Was it a pass back? It is officially going to be called a pass back, and we are going to get one of the most interesting plays to watch in my estimation in soccer. You're going to get the indirect free kick from just outside the top of the 6-yard box. There's not much that an offense can do here. It's going to be a whole lot of bodies in a very cramped space. You'll probably see them just try to blast it on goal and hope it ricochets off someone and go in. Logue got the foot in there, poked it back to Marancio. He wasn't sure if it came off of Vanacore Decker or Logue. Handles it. Had to do something, otherwise if he would just let it go, obviously it's in the back of the net. But having to react so quickly, so tough for a keeper to lay off of that. And again, just shows you how this field comes into play. A clearance on the back line from Hausworth that seemed to be to nobody in particular. Springs Vanacore Decker. Now buckle your seatbelts. Anybody familiar with field hockey? It almost looks like a penalty corner in field hockey. Everybody's stacked up in the goal. You're going to get one touch and a blast. And Omaha's going to hope for a ricochet. Tucson players not allowed to move until it's touched by Omaha. Needs to take 2 touches before it ends up in the goal. The shot! It ricochets off like 3 bodies and stays out somehow. Now Vanacore Decker on the ground. Another look. Quick touch from Contreras. Tried to get it into the side netting. 1, 2, 3 bodies it hits by my count. Not even sure who technically got the save off the line there, which defender it was. Always one of the wildest plays in soccer. When you get an indirect free kick that close. Vanacore Decker taking issue with something. It was jawing at Calvo. Those two kind of came together there. Vanacore Decker walking gingerly. But now a chance for a long throw from Kroll. Omaha always at home likes to almost treat these like corner kicks. Sent in. Dangerous area. Might have been a handball. Fans wanted it. Omaha wanted it. Radisov said no. Kroll will try it again.
Elmo late, Devin.
Flicked on again. And Silva able to clear. Booted it into the box once again. Leotti takes it down calmly. Nice touch from Calvo to avoid the pressure. A near giveaway. Now it is a giveaway. Osumanu picks up his head. Vanacore Decker. Going past Silva, sends it in front, headed. Still loose. FC Tucson can't get it out of their back end. The shot right into the chest of Marancio. Imagine he'll bide his time now and look to just send it long and clear the danger. It's been in that attacking third for about the last couple of minutes, and he'll just go short. It'll be up to Logue now to get it forward, and he does. Chested well by Elie Velton. Calvo. That's Alarcon. Right idea between Alarcon and Leotti. Ends in a foul called against Conway. Good spot for Tucson to possibly whip it across. No players in the game right now in the book. as far as yellow cards to worry about becoming second yellows. Tyler David was a lone player carded. He was subbed out at the half for JP Skiers. Sent in by Alarcon, off his line. Howard securely to punch away. Sent back in by Silva. Tried to take advantage of Howard being on the ground, but just wide. Take your breaths when you can when there's a goal kick like that. This game has been non-stop both ways. Sent in by Dennis, and away by Kroll. And four nods it on to himself. In space, taken down hard from behind by Summersall, but Radisov says all ball. The socially distant, reduced capacity crowd here at Warner Park. Not happy with that one. Sent in, Howard. Off his line, he's looking more and more confident as he settles into this game. Another look, and it did look clean. Summersall came in, got the ball, sure, N4 fell over him in the end, but textbook tackle from Summersall. Howard almost got lazy on that one, rolled it out, kicked it, took a deflection. Forwards have been close to getting that deflection many times tonight. First time that actually happened. Contreras to N4. Continues his run, doesn't get it back. Instead, it's wide to Conway. Now Contreras continues his run into the box. Conway still with it. Left foot, fronted by two white jerseys. Calvo, Logue. Now he's taken down. Calvo clears. That touch by Villader. And he's forced to take down his man from behind. That one certainly will get him into the book. Tommy Villader. Only player on the field right now to be in that book, again, with David having been subbed out at half. Villader, a player that has quickly endeared himself to the crowd here. Happened during quarantine. Look at that foul again on the Thrive Fantasy replay. During the couple of months of quarantine, began playing FIFA Online against local fans, including one of the hosts of the Who Gives a Hoot Union Omaha podcast. Cross sent in, ball loose, knocked in the air by Skiers. Velton, nice touch in space. Dennis can't cut it back. And now all the way back to Summersall. He floats one. N4 trying to latch on to that punt from Howard. Nice job with the awareness from Dennis to let that one go to Alarcon. It's Liotti. That back line for Omaha closes space very quickly. On the season, Omaha just allowing an average. That one is cleared by Marancio. Just an average of 2 shots on goal per game allowed. They're right at that average now. 2 shots on target from FC Tucson. Backline has been very stingy from Omaha. Allowing 0.8 goals per game coming in. And again, 2 shots on target per game.
Right there, Dale.
Again, launched long forward to Eli Velton. Nobody there for a cross. Quarter section for Omaha has been into it every minute of this match. The Owls looking to give them something to erupt about. As we approach the hour mark, Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+.
Get it right, Luke. Get there.
Goal from Boyce in the first half, 16th minute. He pressures now. And then Shaq Adams a bit later for Tucson as they look to run. Liotti glanced out wide to Adams. Now he'll play it to him. Working on Houseworth. On his left foot. Floats one back post. Alarcon going to have to hurry to this one to keep it in. Good effort. Can't keep it in. Fans follow Union Omaha and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN+ and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Postponement tomorrow in Madison. This officially the last game of Week 7 in the USL League One. If you avert your eyes to the top left corner of the screen, you see the upcoming schedule for another loaded Week 8 coming up. On the attack now, chipped in towards Dennis. Caught away by Howard, not securely, but his back line there to clean it up. N4 takes a shove to the back of the head, it looked like. Play continues, and now the whistle blows.
Hey, keep going.
Niall Logue. First shove on N4. Look back now in the Thrive Fantasy replay. As Howard came in, had to avoid Dennis sliding in. Omaha played quickly, but Marancio there for it.
Back in, Dev. Back in, Dev. Back in, JP. Squeeze in. Get Evan. Now you go. Keep it wide, Evan. Keep it wide, Evan. Yep. Come on. Forward.
Elma N4 has seemed poised to run any of those balls up towards him, but hasn't quite found the space yet. Dennis goes down. Somersault. Looks out to the right side. Nice read of that play by Villader, stepping to it. Takes a run himself now. Finds Contreras. Down the wing towards Houseworth. Nice slide in by Silva. Little scuffle there between Houseworth and Silva. The 18-year-old not wanting to give up the ball, not backing down from Houseworth. And a chance now, again, to get a long throw in. Conway keeps it in. Contreras floats it towards N4, flick towards goal. But on top of the netting. And there with the bullhorn, slaps the ball. Reaching over the outfield wall, not quite home run interference.
What is it? Today, ref. Hey, today. Hey.
On the road, can't watch the match. Turn on Sirius XM-FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM-FC, channel 157, on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. Another substitution made now by Omaha. Christian Molina checks in for Sebastian Contreras. Finds Vanacore Decker working on Silva. Nice tackle put in by Silva. Will concede the corner, but happy to concede that and thwart the attack. First CHI Health corner kick of the second half for Omaha. There's a service from Vanacore Decker. The 75th minute on a corner kick that got them the goal last week. JP Skeers, who is now in the game after a halftime substitution, got that goal. He runs near post now. Service from Vanacore Decker towards Skeers. It's off a couple of bodies. What's the call? Another corner. Brought to you again by CHI Health. Take two. Vanacore Decker again. This time service not quite there. Cleared easily. Somehow ricochets back out towards Vanacore Decker, but the flag is up before he can get another cross in. Corner count rising for Omaha at 7. Tucson still with just a pair. Omaha has been dangerous. They nearly scored a couple of times on corners in the first half. Their best chance actually came off the head of the opponent. Eli Velton tried to clear it, but it glanced off the top of his head and hit the post. Any contact there again, but look shoulder to shoulder. It'll be a throw, I believe, for Omaha, unless the late foul was called. A Mims directing traffic. Sent long towards end four, headed away by Booth. Somersault turns into space. Lee Velton, long ball. Kroll trying to see this out for a goal kick, but didn't have enough mustard on it. Alarcon forced to reset. Give away here, the defensive half from Tucson. Last home match for Omaha, 1-1 draw with Madison. This game looking a bit different from that one. That game a lot tighter in the second half. Not as much end-to-end action as we have here again, but off the top of the head of N4. Known for his acrobatic goal last season. Bicycle kick for Lansing, one of the finalists for USL League 1 Goal of the Year, but couldn't quite rise up to meet that one. Take another look on the Thrive Fantasy replay. He got up there, but not quite enough off the top of the head. Somersault distributes out wide to Silva. He's had a good calm night in the middle of the park for Tucson. Jack Adams, speed to burn. Gets by Houseworth on the end. Still has an end line. No call yet. Ball did stay in. Tried to center that one. Boyce clears. Now quickly the other way. N4 on the run. Good pass. Chest it down. Flag stays down. But he's taken down. Wanted a call. Looked clean to me. Looked clean to Radisov as well. Challenge there by Boyce as well. Game becoming a bit more physical. Molina. Out to the captain, Houseworth. Gets it back now, top of the box. Houseworth stumbles over the ball.
Zach. Yes, 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 stay. Hey!
Long ball towards Calvo. Flag stays down. He's off to the races, but perfect challenge put in by Villader. Clinical tackle there by Villader. Coming sliding in on the Thrive Fantasy replay. Calvo hesitated. And that slight moment of hesitation was all Villader needed to make up the ground. And ball there goes against Somersault. Much to his dismay. 23-year-old St. Kitts. Played his soccer at Florida Gulf Coast in college. Found his way out to the desert. Been a staple in the middle of this midfield this season. Another chance for a long throw in from just outside the box if Omaha wants it. Tommy Silva has had his arguments with the assistant referee on that side in the second half. A couple of times now, thinking that he earned the ball for Tucson on a late deflection from Omaha, but instead again another chance at a throw. Hausworth not really winding up for it. Gets it into the box, and fighting for it. Back to Molina. Skiers lost one in, and Marancio off his line. Osamano taking his space forward. Has to be careful not to get caught out now as Eli Velton turns. But the slow build allows Osamano to get back. Through ball. Attempted. Skiers there for it. And now the other way. Conway. In the 70th minute here at Warner Park.
Stay, Jeff, stay. Hold JP, right, JP, right. Back in, down, squeeze in.
John Gallus expected a very physical, fast game on the small field, and he's gotten it. More physicality there. Two-handed shove from Luke Hausworth. Look at this one on the Thrive Fantasy replay. And right in the back of Eli Velton. Hausworth wanted the call of a handball while Eli Velton was on the ground, I believe, but doesn't get it. Dennis. Out wide to Silva. Looking for a cross, sends one in towards the back post over everybody. Calvo gathers. Dennis floats it in again. Elbow up towards the neck of Molina there from Silva, called for the foul. Sub incoming here for FC Tucson, Ramon Howell. Verdi Zoza coming in as well for Omaha.
FC Tucson. Number 95, Ramon Howell, replaces number 6, Eli Velton.
Eli Velton will give way for Ramon Howell. Luke Hausworth is going to be the man coming off for Omaha. He stepped off on the far side, so you won't see him come make the change with Zoza, who ditches the pink penny. And we'll get back out there. And Hausworth was starting to go off on the far side where he was, but instead will make a longer jog across the field to see Zoza onto the pitch. Heads it on. Silva, the youngster acquitting himself well again tonight. for John Gallus in the thick of things on that side. And Kordecker gets through, goes down. And now Zosa's first involvement is a heavy foul. Not even on 30 seconds into the book. Plenty of Owls on the field for Omaha, but the Bluebirds out as well from the home crowd. Take another look at the Thrive Fantasy replay. Heavy challenge in from Zosa's first involvement once again. That makes two members of the back line right now for Omaha on yellows. We got Adair and Zosa. Conway holding his face, eye, nose area. Towards N4. Done by Summersall. Again physical. This time it's Kroll and Liotti. Tackle in from Boyce. For as end-to-end as the action has been throughout this game, especially here in the second half, it's starting to get a bit more choppy as the game gets chippy as we near the second half hydration break. Cone tried to get through the tight passage on the right side. That's going to take us to our second half hydration break. One last chance for these teams to catch their breath, get some liquids in, and get ready to go down the stretch. Nebraska Medicine hydration break. 1-1 here in the second half, and we take a look back now at the goals, which both came in the first half relatively early on in this one. It started with Boyce. Weird play here with N4. Boyce just came in, took it himself. Thank you very much as he takes it away from N4 and finds the back of the net. Gives them the 1-0 lead early on, but it only took just a bit over 15 minutes for them to come right back, FC Tucson. Similar goal, curled to the back post. Just past the outstretched hand of the goalkeeper, Howard. Adams' second goal in as many games. And that is how we got to where we are right now. John Gallus, one more chat with his side. We saw a bit of a difference in their style against Orlando City B, but it's tough to make any have any kind of takeaways from how their style looks tonight because, again, the smaller field really comes into play. Team that likes to possess but play over the top when they pick their moments and use the speed of Liotti and Adams, but tough tonight. As you see, you've got maybe a half second on the ball before you have someone breathing down your neck. Jay Mims, you saw before, make some final words in with his side as well. Felt the game was too stretched in the first half the last time these teams met. It tightened up in the second half. Well, this time it's been open both ways, both halves. Mims believes his team has been creating better chances the last couple of weeks after taking some time to gel in the early going. Happy to have been doing the learning while still avoiding getting into the loss column. Just have to convert more on their chances. Can they convert now? FC Tucson saved by Howard. Adams got in there, up to Liotti. And just like that, out of nowhere, those two guys show you how quickly they can connect. And Howard fired up. Gets the crowd on its feet after that save. Quick corner taken. Alarcon sends it in. Flicked on at the backside. Look to be Villader. Take another quick look at that one on the Thrive Fantasy replay. Nice turn by Liotti into the chest of Howard. Made himself big coming off the line. Somersault lofts it. Backside of the box, headed away by Zoza. A chance for Omaha now to break. Conway on the near side making the run. Far side, it's Molina. Ball played to Molina. Adams comes out to meet him, but he can't get there in time. Omaha back on top. A substitute. Molina breaks the deadlock. Let the smoke billow up once again from the supporters. Goes to kiss the flag draped over the wall of his native El Salvador. Came up to the Houston Dynamo Academy, found his way to Omaha. And that will endear you to the fans, as this team looks to remain unbeaten. Took that shot, first opportunity he got. Good pressure from Adams tracking back, but just beats Marancio to the far post. And the theme of the goals continuing to come from everybody continues for Omaha. First of the season, and something you see very often with this side. Only one player has multiple goals. It's Ethan Vanacore-Decker, who's pressuring Dennis right now. So you got to look at that goal from Molina. Again, his first of the season on that Thrive Fantasy replay. And now Omaha just has to see this one through about another dozen to 15 minutes, pending stoppage time. They want a victory. How quickly this game changed. There's a chance for Liotti at the top of the 6-yard box moments ago. Saved by Howard. Crowd got fired up. Quick ball the other way. And Omaha goes on top. Quest to remain undefeated. They'll have a nice balanced, symmetrical record of 3-0-3 if they could keep this up. This one out for a goal kick. The USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs across the USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent. Following the success of the first Academy Cup events, clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League, kicking off in spring of 2021. For more information, visit usl-academy.com or search hashtag USL Academy on social media. Headed forward by Souza. Souza in no rush to take this throw. Does have to be careful, keep in the back of his mind that he does have a yellow and doesn't want to take too much time dusting off the ball out there. Draw the ire. Kalen Radosov, who will now go out there and talk to him, and just as I said, to be careful of it. Little reminder here that he's already in the book with a yellow card. Didn't like the first select ball. Grabs another, kicks the other away. See that smoke from the supporter section now clouding the vision of Marancio as it wafts onto the pitch. Strong play by Alarcon. Takes the contact from Conway, and it's Conway who goes down as Alarcon continues on. Whistle blows, foul called against Villader. This will be a chance now for Tucson to whip it across. Looking to tie things back up. Remember, their first 4 goals of the season before that 4-goal explosion against Orlando City B all came after the 80th minute, so they're in prime Tucson territory right now at minute 83. hear the shouts from the Tucson bench. They don't want this sub till after the free kick. Service from Alarcon. Center of the box, headed up, and now away by the Omaha back line. Boyce goes long, but it's Tucson who comes away with it. Ball in the box. Adams already 1 goal tonight. Sends it in front. Poked away by Howard. Not sure if it took a deflection right in front of Howard, but either way, he's up to the task, and now we're going to get a substitution from FC Tucson. Darryl Longden, the 19-year-old from Brooklyn, New York, will check in. Azad Liati will give way. At East Stroudsburg South High School in eastern Pennsylvania, the 19-year-old Longden had 76 goals in 4 years, including 34 as a senior. Went to go spend a year in Spain at Racing Algemesi. Found his way back to the U.S. Tucson very happy to have him. John Gallus, quite the connection to Spain from his days coaching abroad. Able to bring in Longden. And you thought Adams and Liati were fast. Well, wait to see if you can find Longden on a run in this one. Ball down the wing to Silva. In space, chance to send in a cross, but not an effective one. Osumanu clears it, and Zoza heads it further along. Molina, the difference maker right now, got that second goal for Omaha. And Boyce, the first, able to combine for the clearance. Boyce up to N4. N4 taken down by Somersault. Again, it seems like the microphone's picking up FC Tucson and the referees not being on the same page as far as when they want the substitutions. I was able to make that out from John Gallus. It'll be Booth coming off, but they want him to deal with this cross in first, a big center back there for FC Tucson. Sent in. It's Dennis who dealt with it. Still alive though for Zoza. Sends it in. Flicked on, back post, and Calvo able to head it out of the box. Inching closer to the 90th. 4 to go. Plus whatever we see up on the board for stoppage time. Alarcon can't get past Kroll, and now that substitution will happen for FC Tucson. And you can see bottom right of your screen, subs getting ready as well for Omaha. Giovanni Godoy checking in for Tucson. He replaced, as I mentioned before, Charlie Booth. Offensive-minded substitution. Defender out, forward in. As Silva ranges up the left side. Sends in the cross. Ended up being more of a shot in the end as it was directed towards goal. Howard will hug on that ball tight. Bishovic and Pancho at midfield for Omaha. Viadair somehow comes through that pile up down the left side and finds Vanacore Decker on his right foot. Has a go. Blocked by Silva. Subs will come in now for Omaha.
Play as a 10. Play as a 10. Play as a 10. Hey, right in front of Devin and JP.
Substitution.
Right in front of Devin and JP.
Number 12, Austin Henshaw. Replaces number 7, Ethan Decker.
Austin Poncho checks in.
Christian, play on this side.
It's going to be for Ethan Vanacore Decker.
This side.
Also for Omaha, number 18, Elvir Ibishevich. Replaces number 15, Elmar Enfor.
And it will be Elma N4 giving way for Elvir Ibishevich for Omaha. So Poncho, Ibishevich in, Vanacore Decker, and N4 out.
Not too high, Christian.
Actually an attacking-minded sub, getting fresh legs up top for Omaha. Jay Mims has said before, they're not going to necessarily just sit on a lead. They play defense by playing offense. Get fresh legs out there, as you see there, Poncho flying in to keep that high press on. Not let Tucson out of their own half here in the late stages of this game. Omaha runs a very intricate pressing system. And it seems like they are putting the press on high right now, as we are 60 seconds away from the 90th. Up towards Longden, and Viadair knocks it out for a throw for Tucson. A chance for Longden to get the long throw in, the 19-year-old substitute. Long run up here. Gets it in, center of the box. Headed away, sent back on goal, headed away again. Tucson forced to work from the back. 5 minutes of stoppage time incoming. Brought to you by Dvorak Law Group. Dennis goes down, might have caught a stray hand as he tried to split the defenders there. Back to his feet, as Howard is also getting back to his feet. Niall Lode kicks it up the left side. Adams and Howell interchange. Now Alarcon. Calvo with the head up. Finds the ball towards the back of the box for Silva, but Zoza rises to meet it. Sent into the box once more. Tucson committing everything forward. Whipping balls into the box any chance they get. Now the small pitch, just getting it forward, hoping for something to fall to a white jersey. The last time these two teams met, it was a 2-1 scoreline victory for Omaha. Minutes away from that being the same result. Now in that game, Tucson did get a goal 90+3, albeit to make it 2-1 rather than 2-2. So they have scored very late against Omaha already once this year. Doing so again would tie things up. Alarcon, nice touch past Viadair. But well done by the defender to recover. Adams there to take it away though. Molina plays on the ground. Adams trying to split the defense. Skiers shields him off. Alarcon lobbying for a corner. And it's going to be a goal kick. As I've said a couple times tonight, it's been all or nothing for Tucson. 2 wins, 3 losses, no draws. Union Omaha will be facing off again at home on Sunday, September 6th against Orlando City B. If you haven't purchased your tickets yet, please visit tickets.unionomaha.com. And barring a collapse that sees them allow 2 goals, again, whether it's a draw or a win, they seem to be on their way to remaining undefeated. Just a matter of will it be a 3-0-3 or 2-0-4. Tucson trying to push again to make it 2-0-4. Trying to avenge their defeat earlier this month in the hands of Omaha. Again, as I mentioned before, that one was also a 2-1 scoreline. Ibišević trying to pressure Logue, who takes his space, sends it into the box. Longed in, heads it towards the center of the box, but the flag went up in the end. Under 60 seconds of the initially awarded 5 remaining. Time running thin for Tucson. Alarcon battling middle of the park. Boyce sends it long up towards Ibišević. Flag does go up last second. Ibišević stunned. Does this game have one last good chance in for Tucson? They only have 1 shot on target in the second half. Adams thought about a shot, back on his left foot. Blocked by Boyce. Launched by Zoza. Nearing that 5-minute mark. Sent in once more, and away once more by Zoza. Crowd feeling it now. Calvo weaves his way up the field. Dennis. Past the 5. Cross, backside of the box, headed away again. Glance at the watch from our official. Will he give them any more opportunity? 30 seconds past the 5. Every fan hanging on one last tweet of the whistle from Kalen Radisov. As it primed and ready in his left hand, he will give them one more attack. Throw launched into the box. Ball loose, backside. No white jerseys around it. Villader sends it up the field. Final whistle. Jay Mims, Union Omaha remain undefeated. 3-0-3, a big win in front of their home crowd. For the second time this year, they beat FC Tucson by a score of 2-1. And now Omaha sits just 1 point back for the Richmond Kickers. 13 points for Richmond in second place. Now 12 for Omaha in third. And your man of the match, thank you to Bellevue University for presenting it, is Christian Molina. Comes on as a substitute, gets the game-winning goal in the 78th minute to preserve the unbeaten record for Omaha, and doing it with a win instead of a draw. Got the goal just 15 minutes after entering as a substitute. Gave the fans one more thing to get on their feet about here at beautiful Warner Park on a beautiful Nebraska night. Goal started in the first half with Boyce. Quick response 15 minutes later from Shaq Adams. And then in the second half, as you saw moments ago, it was Molina finding the far post and giving Omaha the 2-1 victory. Back in a few moments with final highlights and stats here on ESPN+.
There you go. Thank you. So where did you even start?
Nebraska Medicine.
Really?
He's home now. They implanted this tiny device where they can monitor his heart from anywhere.
I have some good news. Cancer's in remission. CAR T cells work.
Oh my God, amazing.
They actually removed the clot that was causing Rory's stroke. She's doing great.
No matter what it is, without question, they are our go-to.
Your connection to the state's most comprehensive care. Nebraska Medicine.
Back live at Warner Park. The Owls support the fans for their support for them throughout the night. A 2-1 victory gets the Parliament the cheers they were hoping for. Joe Malfa here with you on ESPN+. We'll take a look now at the full-time highlights in a moment that got Union Omaha this 2-1 victory. Again, still undefeated in the early existence of this franchise. Fans out in abundance tonight in the socially distant crowd. Immediately something to cheer about. A quarter hour in. Perfect outside of the foot shot from Boyce. And Shaq Adams' second goal in as many games, curling it past Howard. Briefly silenced the crowd. An excitable crowd tonight. Beautiful shot from Adams picking out that far corner. Opportunities in the second half for both teams. End-to-end action throughout the night. This wild play on the indirect free kick somehow stayed out, hit a couple of bodies in there. And then Howard, confident off his line a couple of times. The goalkeeper in relief of Rashid Nuhu tonight made one of the bigger saves right before this goal from Molina, stopping Liotti from point-blank range, and it set up this goal at the other end to give Union Omaha the 2-1 victory. Fans love it. They've embraced this team very quickly. Your full-time stats brought to you by Bellevue University. Possession went the way of FC Tucson. Shots and on-target shots, as well as the all-important goal stat, go Union Omaha's way. 3-0-3. I know that this team could have dreamed a better start to the inception of this franchise. Week 7 in the books here in USL League One. It kicked off Wednesday. New England Revolution 2, previously winless. They get off the schneid and get the victory against previously unbeaten Greenville. Greenville losing will be a theme to come later on as we continue to progress through this week. The Ryo Shimazaki for now gets the goal that gives New England its first victory in franchise history. The week continued with Orlando City B against South Georgia Tormenta FC, and Austin Avisa, he probably didn't sleep too well last night. That was the opening goal. Then handball, Joshua Phelps was his second yellow. Conversion from Aguilera, just barely. As Hara got a fingertip to it, then off the crossbar and down. So Orlando happy to take the point. Tormenta continuing to string points together after a losing streak, though, but not the 3 they had hoped for. Earlier today, Chattanooga against New England. Well, New England got the win earlier in the week. Not at all the case today. 4 goals from Chattanooga. Marky Hernandez had 2. This was his first on the assist from Greg Hurst. Here's the second on the assist from Ricardo Zacharias. That gave them the 3-0 lead. And then the exclamation point. Stephen Beatty, last year's leading goal scorer for Chattanooga, missed the first month of the season on the score sheet now. Plenty of emotion from him celebrating this goal. Happy to be out there with his teammates. 4-0 win for Chattanooga. Now, Richmond and Greenville. This game kicked off a bit before our Omaha game against Tucson kicked off. The goal in the first half, tap-in, Emiliano Terzaghi, who now ties the Golden Boot race with 5 goals of his own. Greenville on a wild bounce off of Fricky, the goalkeeper, and the crossbar. And then the goalkeeper once more, if that wasn't enough, to tie things up. And then game winner, weird deflection off the post, and then Riley Kraft. Always follow the shot. Deflection, post, buries it. Richmond the victory. They're now just 3 points back of Greenville at the top of the table here in USL League One. It's a bunched up table. Greenville 16 at the top. Game in hand for Richmond with 13, a chance to tie. And then from 3 down to 11. From 4 down to 11, separated by just 4 points. Omaha, with the win tonight, goes to 3-0-3 and 12 points. And they are now just 1 point back of the Richmond Kickers, as Omaha is undefeated in their early. Oh, there we go. Live update on the fly. Omaha 3-0-3, 12 points. And there you go. At the top, those 3 teams separating themselves. Then from 4 down to 11, everybody within striking distance. As we near the midway point, every team has played at least 6 games. 2 have 8. So we are just about at the halfway point here in the USL League One season. And Omaha is still unbeaten. This new club does not know how to lose. They win again tonight, 2-1. Thank you for joining us here on ESPN Plus. For my crew, I'm Joe Malfa. A great game here at Warner Park. A great week here in Week 7 of the USL League One. Come back for another loaded Week 8, a 6-pack on tap next week. Have a good night and good weekend, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.